Tonight on Baggy Suit Live, the Superman suit has been revealed, and the reactions, holy Lord, I haven't even given my thoughts fully yet, so you get to hear that. Chris Pine is confused why they're not moving forward with Wonder Woman 3. Did you see the last one, Chris? Box office, The Fall Guy came out this weekend, and sadly the numbers were a little bit low for the beginning of the summer blockbuster season. Speaking of box office, what was the most profitable movie of 2023? Barbie? Oh no, it was not. All that and so much more tonight on Film Junkie Live. Yeah, the meltdowns are the funnest to watch. When you see people reacted to it, and it's just like, holy Lord, it's a costume. It really is just a costume, but hey, you know, I love it. But yeah, Clark might need a tailor. I mean, you know who's a good tailor? Alfred in Batman Forever.
Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Well, hello, family. How we doing today, huh? Something out there that we should talk about? Possibly, maybe. Welcome to Film Junkie Live. Hopefully you guys are doing well. It is Monday, the end of Monday, May 6th. Well, I guess they always call, like, you got May the 4th, and they go, like, I don't know, the whole thing when it's like, okay, May the 4th, and then you got the Revenge of the 5th or something like that, but then some people like to say they'd rather do it with the 6th. I don't know. It was a Star Wars type of weekend. All right. Anyways, yeah, welcome to Film Junkie Live. We got lots to talk about tonight, huh? We got that little costume revealed, huh? And everybody is reacting perfectly normal. Everybody's having a good time. We're having great discussions. No, it's pure madness out there. Of course it is, as it should be. All right. Anyways, hopefully you guys are doing good. Before I want to get started, I just want to let everybody know that Mr. Jason McKenzie is the executive producer of Film Junkie Live tonight. So cheers to you, Jason. And thank you for, of course, helping out the channel and being an executive producer. And if you want to be an executive producer, guess what? Join the Patreon, support the channel, and you'll become an executive producer. So thank you, Jason McKenzie. Always great to see you out there in the live chat. How we doing? All right. Let's see how we're doing out there. We got Amory Daniels right here. Shoot is fine. But between this and the Batman, this is the era of collars for DC Films. We got Teledia Plays. Hi, Dave and Chad. I hope you were all well and had a great weekend. Yeah, had a pretty decent weekend. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. We got Phil right here. The beam in the background of the image looks pretty bad. We got Max Wolf Knight Danger. Hey, Dave, what up? My thoughts on the new Superman suit? It looked okay, but it could be better, and some people was like, what the fuck, and this is and this, but when I saw it, looks okay. So yeah, and fuck Monday. All right then, cool. Ahoy hoy, Mr. Jason McKenzie, my executive producer for this week. Thank you, sir. The suit is a little different than I expected. Need to see it in action. We got Game City Savior, Walmart's Halloween costume. Andrew Nathan, some told me it looks like a Spirit Halloween Superman suit, and I can't unsee it now. Man of Steel Magnolias, love the suit, and trunks it be. Ryan, the Tom Brady roast was awesome. It had no boundaries. I saw some clips. I haven't watched it yet, but I do plan on it. We got Shane O right here. Good evening, everyone, and happy Monday. We got Lane right here. What is up, Film Junkie fam? Hello, Dave. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. We got Brian Cowley. Here for the suit. Here for the suit. Who else we got? We got Travis. Looks like LeMayo. Looks trash. LeMayo. The CW suits looks better. This will flop. We got RJ right here. Hey, everyone. I'm sure that everyone watching the show will have opinions that completely align with one another, and that this stream will be totally normal. Totally. Of course. That's the way it always is. Tis I Siri is crying laughing. And we got Stephanie T right here. Good to see you. Hi, everyone. Let's see, we got Super Godzilla's vlogs. I'll give it a chance on a new Superman movie on the suit looks. Excited for Superman movie. Okay. Let's see, who else we got here? Like, I haven't even given my full-on opinions. Haven't even given my full-on opinions about it yet. I haven't even said anything online. All I did was put out a poll. I put out the picture, but I haven't said my overall feelings yet. So I'm keeping you guys on the edge of your seat on how I feel about the suit here. JD McRae, what up? Dave, nothing big dropped today, right? Just kidding. I'm mixed on the suit. I wish it was a different pose. The Black Red, oh boy, 3 a.m. this side of the world, been waiting for this show. So how are people feeling about the suit? Oh, people have people have thoughts. People have thoughts. Hey, J Bay. I don't like the boots. They need to be more sleek. Okay, and we got Skate and Geek Out. Hey, Dave, just saw there is an Aliens versus Avengers comic series coming this July. If you're interested, should be good. Well, okay, that's pretty interesting. We got that DCEU fan. How's work? Work's going well. And let's see, we got Nerdy Mastermind. ILM is one of the VFX companies working on the film. Good to see you. We got Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. I'm all for the suit. Now I'm ready to see what Metropolis looks like. All right, we got Carrie out here, all the best. I was taught that if I don't have something nice to say about something, I should say it at all. I mean, you shouldn't say it. That's what I'm guessing you meant right there. We got Austin. Watching you while my fiance does her nails. Well, there you go. Glad to keep you occupied. Matthew Atkins film score feels like MCU Guardians of the Galaxy style, trying not to hate. I hope David does a great job. And let's see, we got Tet. Super suit looks cool. I wish it had the new 52 sleeves, but I love the collar. I'm colors and the collar. I'm guessing that's what you meant. All right. Let's see, Aaron. Curious on your thoughts about the suit? Well, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to him, guys. No, I'm gonna give it to you. That's right. Buckle up, Buttercup. I'm gonna give it to you. Not right away. We're gonna go over some tweets first, and then we'll get into the topics at hand, of course. So, there's a lot that photo good or bad. Bad. All right. So there we go, guys. Good to see you. And again, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like, thumbs up, share, do all the stuff. And of course, that thing's not. There we go. Little button right there, so do that. But yes, I'm going to give you my thoughts, and then we're going to break it down, look at the image a little bit, and see what's going on, and get people's reactions out there. Look at some polls that I put out there. I put a poll on. I put my poll out there on YouTube and Twitter, so we'll see what the results are right there. And just kind of talk about it a little bit. And also, we got something else when it comes to David Corenswet and seeing that Superman bod, that's for sure. That's another thing that was also posted today. So, but let's first get to the tweets and see what happened in the past week. Let's see, where am I at here? All right. First off, before we get started on all the craziness when it comes to the Superman suit, hey, guess what? We like the Deadpool suit, right? We like the Wolverine suit. We got more of that. Got more of that, guys. First off, we got some promo posters. Let's just kind of show, that and that. Just kind of like the chest area thing going on right there. And then we got them on the cover of Empire Magazine with, of course, Dogpool, which is pretty cool. Got those. We still have yet to see Hugh Jackman fully in the mask. We only see it in like promo art, but there he is right there. And I think there was something else. Oh, yeah. There was also the Cobra Kai, the final season that's going to be coming out. They are stretching this thing out so much now. Holy Lord, they're stretching this out. So July 18th, you get part 1. November 28th, you get part 2. And then part 3 doesn't come out till next year. They are stretching it out. But of course, they have the movie that's also coming out that also got delayed. So I think they're trying to keep it as much together as possible. I don't know. All I know is they are stretching the shit out of that. And I mean, 3 parts over the span of a year. I mean, crazy. And then check it out. Miss Doubtfire fans, look at the kids all growed up right there. That's right. That's what the kids look like. Matthew Lawrence does a podcast with his 2 brothers that I'll see on my feed every now and again. So I already knew what he looked like, but I hadn't seen what the girls look like. They don't really do acting, I don't think, anymore. I think they gave up acting. But that's what the children right there. And then, of course, we've seen the pose a million times. How many times have we seen Hugh Jackman do this pose? Many times, but of course now it's in the Wolverine costume, so it's a little better. But I just love the fact that they are trying not to show too much when it comes to this movie, when these exclusive, like Empire Magazine and all these images, these stills from there. So, yeah. Whoa, what was that? Whoa, we got a new subscriber right here. Welcome, Mr. Diaz. Okay. Oh, okay, so one of the things that came out this past weekend that I guess was revealed that, that when it comes to at least the credits or something, and I even might have heard a little something too myself when talking to certain people that are more in the know. But yes, I think we all kind of assume that there is going to be a Krypto in the movie, in the Superman movie. But not only is there going to be a Krypto, Cocaine Bear is also verified. No, Tori Pratt, who did the mocap work for Cocaine Bear, apparently is doing the mocap work for Krypto. So yeah, just wait until we actually see that reveal. That's going to be interesting as well. Like, what's he going to be wearing? Going to have the cape, the collar. I'm sure people won't lose their minds when it comes to the reveal of Krypto. I'm just, even when it comes to some of the other costumes, but there's going to have to be some kind of promo shot of Superman and Krypto. There's going to have to. I mean, it's something we've never seen before, at least when it comes to a Superman movie. But yes, so yes, all those awesome scenes that you saw in Cocaine Bear, just imagine Krypto. Can't imagine Krypto actually, snorting some cocaine anyways. That'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? All right, what else we got here? Oh, this is interesting right here. So, I've seen the movie The Abyss a million times. One of my favorite all-time James Cameron movies. One of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time, The Abyss. Used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. So many freaking times. I really wish I would have caught the re-release out in theaters, but sadly I didn't make it out there. It's like the director's cut too. Sadly didn't make it. But somebody pointed this out right here that, and you just never noticed it before, but this scene right here, when they're about to go underwater, you actually see somebody wiping off the lens. And James Cameron kept it in there, but you didn't even notice it. But somebody was wiping off the lens, and he kept that shot probably because it was the best take. And I don't know. That's just hilarious. Started laughing. I'm like, I never noticed that shit. What the hell? That's pretty funny. So if you never saw it before, guess what? You're always gonna see it now. You're always gonna see it now. Let's see. Okay, and then there's more. Go back. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, that little celebrity freak show thing is happening tonight. The Met Gala. Ugh. Freaking timeline is just full of just all that. You guys know how I feel about the red carpet and how ridiculous it gets on the red carpet. Man, the Met Gala is just even worse, especially when they literally have to lift. Some of these ladies, they have to lift up the stairs or have like 7 people holding onto the dress to get up the stairs. It's like, how? I just don't get it. Just don't get it. And of course, they have to do the pose where they put the hands on the side and do, yeah. It's just weird. That little freak show. But yeah, that's happening right now. Hey, if you like it, you like it. That's fine. But I'm just like, I'm not a fan. Just not a fan. Oh yeah, and there's a new Robin Hood movie coming out. Did you guys hear about that? It's going to be starring Hugh Jackman and Jodie Comer. Yeah. Apparently it's going to be, a lot of people are going, oh, is Hugh Jackman going to be playing the sheriff? No, he's playing Robin Hood. This is an older Robin Hood that is haunted by his past of being a thief and all this stuff. So it's going to be like old man Robin Hood. It's going to be old man Robin Hood, I guess. And Jodie Comer, I don't think she's playing Lady Marion. She's probably playing somebody else. You think that, maybe Lady is like dead? Maybe that's going to be happening in that story, but I don't know. I just remember the last Robin Hood movie that we got with Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx was goddamn horrible. I watched that movie just cringing. It was so bad. It was so bad. I remember when I thought it was one of the worst movies of the year. when it came out. I was like, this is so freaking bad. The one with Russell Crowe, and I think Ridley Scott directed that. That was a pretty good one. But I love Kevin Costner, Prince of Thieves, man. And Alan Rickman. That's right. I like that. The Sheriff of Nottingham, and Cancel Christmas. Yeah, I like that one. Underrated when it came to him doing that. Everybody always talks about Hans Gruber, but I think Sheriff that's pretty damn good too when it comes to villains. What else we got? Okay, so place your bets, folks. Who is Giancarlo Esposito? Who is he going to be playing in the MCU? Because apparently he does have a role, but hasn't revealed it. But it said, yes, he's in the universe. Confirmed that he's been cast in an upcoming Marvel Studios project. He says that his character is not one whom fans have previously campaigned him for to play. Not Professor X, because everybody was going Professor Xavier. So this is going to be interesting, and I'm just wondering, is it going to be a villain role? It just seems like he's being typecast as this villain role ever since Breaking Bad. It's just always villain roles. So I'm kind of wondering, is it going to be a good guy this time? Is it not? I don't know. That's what I kind of want him to be a good guy. I want to see him play a good guy, Mr. Esposito, because I could tell you, you're a good man. Anytime I see him in interviews, he seems like just like this positive dude. Let him play a good guy. I just don't know what it could be right now. I don't think it's going to be Dr. Doom. It might be. Who knows? He'll probably play a villain. He'll probably be wasted, though. That's what they do. They wasted Christian Bale. Don't even make me forget about it. We got the Epic Film guys. Did an interview with, of course, Michael Uslan, and obviously being the producer of numerous Batman movies, got to interview him, of course, talking about Batman 89 because it is the 35-year anniversary. But, of course, he couldn't let him get away with not asking just a little bit about the Schumacher cut. And the main dude, Justin, on Epic Film Guys, he actually has seen the Schumacher cut. So when he had him right here, he goes, I have to ask you a little bit, because apparently he's going to come back and do a full-on interview and talk about that. So this is what Michael had to say.
I have just a few questions left. I know we're low on time here. And I know you said we would talk about the Schumacher stuff maybe another time, but have you heard anything about Joel Schumacher's original darker cut of Batman Forever? I ask you because I've actually seen it in its entirety at Kevin Smith's theater last summer, and I was just curious if you knew anything about it at all.
I mean, I saw dailies. So I saw scenes and I saw images, more images than scenes, that were not all incorporated into Joel's final cut. Look, Joel Schumacher was one of the nicest people I have ever met in my life.
I love this right here.
He was a fine person with good intentions and lots of talent. And he was operating under orders back then to make the franchise lighter, brighter, more kiddie and family friendly.
What does that sound like?
I had deep concerns because it can't be about the toys. It has to be about the story and character development. And when you start listening to licensees who deserve the attention, and you have to be responsive to them. I mean, they're making commitments, and you have to listen to them. But at the end of the day, we're making movies, and great movies. How do you make a great movie? 10 reasons, 10 factors that make a great movie. Number 1, story. Number 2, story. 3, story. 4, story. 5, story. 6, character. 7, character. 8, character. 9, character. 10, story. So you can't let the tail wag the dog. And if you are mandated that, you need 2 or 3 heroes, 2 or 3 villains, each one has to have 2 or 3 costumes, 2 or 3 vehicles, something's going to be cut. And ordinarily that's plot or characterization, character arcs. And my philosophy has always been, get filmmakers who you believe understand, know, and love a character.
Nicely put. Love it. He's absolutely correct. And sadly, these damn studios just don't learn. They just don't freaking learn. Sometimes they do. I guess it just really depends on who's like running this shit. Because sometimes it feels like they do, and then they don't. It's like, what the hell? It's ridiculous. But great to hear those words from him. Hopefully he'll go back on there, or hey, maybe I can even get him on the Vodka stream. We could do some chatting when it comes to the Schumacher cut. And now we got Josh Brolin yet again being asked about Deadpool 3. So this is what he had to say this time when it comes to, hey, are you appearing in Deadpool 3? Which is like, of course he is.
I have to ask, you know, you were Cable in Deadpool and you were Thanos in the MCU. So where does that put you for Deadpool and Wolverine?
I don't know where it puts me. I'd like to know, though, because a lot of people are asking, was I there? Did I forget? You know, Ryan hit me up the other day and he said, congratulations on Dune.
Oh.
And I said, thanks for the work. And I'm not sure what I meant by that.
Maybe he doesn't want to share the spotlight with you.
Maybe he does. I don't think he's a selfish guy, but I always learn new things, you know.
I love the way that he said that right there. He said, thank you for the work, and I don't even know what that meant. I don't even know what that meant. You just don't pass up having Cable and Thanos in your fucking crazy Deadpool movie. You just don't pass that up. You're not going to pass that up. He's definitely in there, and I like how coy he's playing, and he's just, yeah. He's in it. He's in it, and I'm hoping it's going to be an epic scene. But, yeah, it's just like, wow, that budget's going to go up a little bit because you're going to have to do some mocap when it comes to that. But, hey, both have mocap. I forgot about that. There's actually, you know, Cable even has a little bit of mocap thing going on. Not full-on mocap suit, but a little mocap. So, I wonder what the budget is for Deadpool 3. But, I mean, thing has potential to make $1 billion freaking dollars. So, yeah, you just don't pass that up. You just don't pass having those two in it. Let's see what else we got here. Of course, it was May the 4th, and that was all fine and dandy. We don't need to see all the stuff that I retweeted for that. Hopefully, you guys watched some Star Wars and everything. There's a video of Joe Biden. It looks like he shit his pants. Possibly did. I don't know. It's, you know, he's up there. Sometimes it looks like he does. It was just a funny video. And apparently Ewan McGregor, I don't know if you guys went and saw Phantom Menace. I didn't go to the movies. I thought about going to see it, but I was like, you know, I saw it when I waited 4 hours. Back in my day, I was a young lad when Phantom Menace came out. So I waited like 4 or 5 hours in line on a Saturday in the movie theater. This is before you could, you know, purchase your seats and everything. So I waited. First come, first serve, baby. Let's see, a year ago, Guardians 3 came out. There's that. Let's see, what else are we talking about here? I made a little joke about this whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef because I'm out of touch. I'm totally out of touch. I'm not even following this. I know there's like diss tracks and everything. I'm not a big rap guy. I've just been seeing a lot of people talking about it, so I made a stupid joke like, is it grass-fed beef? Zing. Okay. Really stupid. But, yeah, I know. I just keep on seeing people talk about it, and they're going back and forth. And apparently, it's not looking good for Drake, which I'm like, good. Guy's a fucking hack. I never thought he was talented. I don't know about you guys. I always thought, every time I heard his songs, and they all sounded the same. They're all auto-tuned to shit. And I'm like, I don't even know how this guy is, like, even popular. I thought he was severely overrated. And apparently there's like the allegations of him being, you know, the P word that are coming out. And I'm like, well, buddy. But, you know, what could he do? So, and, you know, Tom Brady's a bitch a little bit. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to show this. But apparently when, you know, the roast master, because Tom Brady got roasted live on Netflix last night. And, oh, yeah, there's a lot of jabs. And, I mean, if you're going to get roasted, you're going to get roasted. And apparently it was no holds bar. I mean, I saw some clips, and I was like, geez, these jokes were just insane. And when Jeff Ross was up there, he made a massage joke when it came to Robert Kraft, because we all remember that situation. And apparently that was too far for Tom Brady, because he just flat out, like, whispered. He got up and whispered, I'm just going to show you, because I don't know, Netflix is going to dive bomb it, but just basically said, don't say that shit again. Jesus Christ. And apparently even Robert Kraft was like laughing about it. So I'm kind of wondering what's going to be the outcome when it comes to this. But yeah, he just said, like, don't say that shit again. It was like, Jesus Christ, come on. Like, you've been taking shots all night, and then that was over the top? Okay. What was funny about it, too, though, Ben Affleck was there, and, it was fine. You know, roasting, again, comedians, good at roasting. Sometimes when it comes to athletes and actors, it could be a little wonky. Ben Affleck was fine. It was all right, but he did make a little jab when it came to Justice League. He did talk about how he had to do, he did Justice League, and then, of course, he had to go on the road and talk about Justice League, get out there and put yourself out there, and, it's like part of you just wants to, leave after making something like that. So he did make a Justice League joke, not the Snyder cut, but, the first round. Okay, I watched Unfrosted last night. Anybody watch Unfrosted, the Jerry Seinfeld movie about the Pop-Tarts? I'm a little bit of a mixed bag when it comes to Unfrosted. I thought it was fine. I thought it was just like, oh yeah, this is just like a big parody of itself, and there's a lot of cool cameos from a lot of funny people that I like. It's dumb. It wasn't hilarious. I laughed at some jokes. There's one joke in particular where they talk about how pretty much it's all the same flavor. They just changed the color. And I'm like, yeah. So it was dumb, ridiculous, but I respect it. I respect it because I don't know. So I kind of liked it, but kind of didn't. But I appreciated the cameos and some of the humor and the fact that they weren't taking it seriously, because you really can't take a story like that seriously. I don't know. I had a whole spiel one time about Pop-Tarts. I'm a big Pop-Tart guy. I loved Pop-Tarts as a kid. But as an adult, I just go like, how the fuck did how did they convince our parents to have us eat that shit in the morning? And they still, that cereal, I mean, it is insane how terrible it is to start your day with a bowl of fucking crack, essentially, in a bowl, and milk, sugar, and then you have Pop-Tarts as pastries. I used to get the chocolate ones, which when you think tart, you don't really think chocolate. But yeah, I love the chocolate fudge, but that was my freaking breakfast, man. I'm like, how did they convince parents to give us dessert in the morning? Straight up dessert. It's insane to think about. If you think about it, it's like, I'll tell you what, my senior year of high school, when I had my own car, I used to drive to school. I'd get up and I wouldn't eat breakfast at home. I would actually go to Moe's Donuts. On the way to school, there's this spot. It was in this little plaza. It was on the corner called Moe's Donuts. And Mo, this older Asian dude, ran the place. Awesome dude. Anytime I walked in, and don't cancel me, but he used to go, 2 chocolate bar? He would say that to me. He'd always call me 2 chocolate bar. And we'd always talk, but he always knew exactly, because I would always get 2 chocolate bars and a milk for breakfast. And I'm like, but you could do that when you're a senior in high school. But yeah, he used to say that. And then, of course, he'd ask me about school. I'd ask him about how's the business going. Really nice dude. Probably not around anymore, but because he was, older gentleman. But yeah, I mean, I used to do that before I'd go to school, like senior year. That was my breakfast. 2 chocolate bars. It's like, I don't know how I'm not, how I didn't get freaking diabetes. But anyways. What else we got? I think that's pretty. Is that pretty? Oh yeah, the series finale of Friends came out 20 years ago. That's pretty crazy. I remember going to a watch party for that shit. That's how crazy that was. And then of course, this is what it's all about, folks. Zack Snyder posted this today. Join me for a Talk Away the Dark roundtable discussion with a panel of knowledgeable staff and volunteers from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention as we answer the brave and meaningful questions you may have about mental health awareness and suicide prevention. Together, we can make a difference. That's what it's all about right there, folks. Not about superhero costumes or fandom wars or who's the better freaking direct. It's not about that. It's about this. We can enjoy the entertainment, but man, let's not forget this whole thing. And when is this again? Let's see. I guess you could just, yeah. So far, there's only like some funds that's been raised. It's happening on the 30th of this month. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to hear all that. Tron Ares. Well, that's already. It seemed like it was a short shoot, right? When it came to this Tron 3, Tron Ares. I don't really get what that. I don't really like the title, but yes. The third Tron movie that's coming out that has Jared Leto starring. We saw some behind-the-scenes videos and set images of him in that suit, but it seemed like that was a short time ago. But maybe it wasn't. And then, of course, we heard that Jeff Bridges was, in fact, going to be returning, and they wrapped, and it's not coming out till October of next year. Next year. That's a long ways away. But we got this behind-the-scenes shot right here. Close-up of Jared Leto's eyeball. That's all you get. But yeah, we had to wait like a year and a half. Pretty crazy. I'm like, what? Really? Next year? I mean, I guess. A lot of visual effects, I guess. Probably. I mean, it's Tron, for God's sakes. But it's just, you'd think that would want to be, you'd think they'd bump it up. Bump it up for a summer release, maybe? You'd think that would be like a summer blockbuster release, but I don't run things. They don't ask me. All right, that's pretty much it when it comes to all that. Are you guys having fun in the chat? Anyways, are we okay here? Everybody's fine, right? Everybody's fine? We're not arguing like crazy? Over a costume. All right, I think we're all right. I don't know what... Complaining about stuff. Okay. All right. I think we're all doing all right. Talking about Pop-Tarts, blueberry Pop-Tarts, and a bowl of Smurf cereal. Good times. Yeah. It's crazy. What chocolate bar is the real question? Just a regular chocolate bar. Just a glazed chocolate donut bar. That's what I have 2 of those and a milk. I didn't go overboard and get a chocolate milk because I wanted to wash, chocolate and milk is, regular milk just tasted so good. But man, it's just like, it's crazy to think like, man. And then even after that, I remember when I was working as a cable guy, there would even be times where I'd get that. I wouldn't go to the same spot, obviously, but I would just get 2 chocolate bars, and I'm like, how is that? That is no nutrition in that breakfast at all. Hoy. Flynn lives. Ever been a big fan of Tron? I like the original is good. Legacy was good too. I like the Tron world. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right. I think we're good. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now let's find... Okay. So, haven't said really my thoughts about the Superman costume that, of course, was revealed today. David Corenswet in the costume in an interesting kind of pose, and everybody was anxiously awaiting it. And when I saw it, I went, oh, there it is. And, seeing it, posting it out there, seeing the reactions. And what is my initial reaction? Well, I'm going to use a sound bite, so I can either use, like, the applause or maybe something else. So here are my thoughts. Oh, that's right. Yeah, not the biggest fan. Really not the biggest fan, but, I was kind of like, oh, interesting way. I remember seeing it, and I was like, whoa, post it. And then I kind of was like looking at it, and I was like, huh, this is going to be the first reveal? This is the first reveal? I mean, it's different, sure. But I was like, all right, I thought this, huh? Really, this? Oof. That's quite a way to reveal it, I guess. But it's not all bad. I don't think it's terrible. I do appreciate it trying to be unique as possible. But yeah, I will say underwhelmed a little bit. But here we go. So here it is right here. So let's kind of look at it right here. All right. Well, first off, we got Mr. Corenswet right there. Hair's looking good. I know people keep on talking about the eyebrows for some reason. I'm like, yeah, I guess the eyebrows. People are noticing his eyebrows look a little weird. All right. So, And then the first thing that was noticeable about this, well, we got Thor's cape and we got Star-Lord's jacket. Yeah, that's what we got right there, apparently. Hey, I said at one point, I don't know if I said it here, if I said it on the Vodka stream, or I said it on the Patreon. I know I said it probably on the Patreon or a Patreon pod. And by all means, guys, follow the Patreon because I've even posted things today of stuff that I hear. I even said, I said over there probably that, well, when it comes to the costume design of Superman, they are using Marvel's Costume Design Center. Yes, like straight out of Atlanta. They're using that. And it shows. This does show a little bit. You know, a lot of people, I guess baggy is in now because kind of like how the Batman's costume, it's got a little give. It's not skin tight. It's got some give to it. And I could respect that because at first I was a little taken back by the Batman's costume, but I warmed up to it. I actually like the Batman's costume. It's not my favorite costume, but at first I was like, whoa, that's interesting and different. And I don't know, maybe. And then there's some certain things. I don't know. So we got some new 52 kind of stuff. We got the collar action going on. I like where the cape sits in the costume. Not too bad. But yeah, I mean, seeing like the wrinkles in it, it's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. And now let's look at David Corenswet's dick. You guys know, you know. Do I see undies in there? Of course we do. Underwear. The undies are back, everybody. But it's like positioned in such a way that it's like, oh, because I'm pretty sure that Gunn and crew knew that this was going to be the biggest thing. The biggest thing about this costume was the chonies on the costume. You see it. And then you got the belt right there, too. Just wish it was a clearer picture, but hey, what could he do? But yeah, look at how thick this is. It's pretty thick. The material's pretty thick. And so another question, too, is this Kryptonian or is it his mom made it? I'm pretty sure they're going with mom made it. And then you look at the logo, it's damaged. So this costume has been through some shit. Costume's been through some shit. And then we got the boots. I actually like the boots. I'm okay with the boots. They look comfy. I'm good with the boots. I think when it comes to the entire costume, I think the logo and the boots are what I like the most. That's me. That's how I feel. And it looks like the cape is actually long. It doesn't look like it's a short cape. It looks like the cape is pretty long, too. We were kind of wondering about that. We were wondering if the cape was going to be short, like it is in All-Star Superman and like the Reeve costume and everything, but it looks like the cape is definitely going to be the length of the entire thing. So yeah, not terrible, but a little underwhelming. And yes, the looseness is a little weird. It's a little weird, and it's a little just kind of like okay. And then what the fuck is going on? What is this like giant fucking like I don't know is Parasite like jizzing up into the sky? I don't know what's going on. What's going on in the background? That was a thing too that a lot of people were like, why would he just be sitting in this chair? I mean, we assume that it's his apartment, and that's probably LexCorp right there, right? That's LexCorp. I don't know. But then you got this big, huge jizz ball, eyeball, whatever, shooting up into the sky or shooting out, and there's some green in there. So is it like, I don't know what's going on, but he's just like, okay. Is he taking off the boots? Is he putting them back on? Did he just got done with the battle? Is he giving up? I mean, for being like, you know, a lot of people were thinking that this was going to be more of like a happy, bright color, flashy movie. This is kind of somber a little bit. The first image of David Corenswet in the costume, he's not smiling. He's not doing the pose. There's like, it seems like some shit went down. It's kind of dark, which I can appreciate that too, that it's not the, you know, da-da-da-da. I can appreciate that as well, but it just seems a little weird. I don't know. But the background, yeah, it's a weird choice for the background. And I'm like, what is actually happening? Now, you can kind of look at it like it's a comic book cover. You know, like just like one of those random comic book covers. But, I mean, it seems like he is pulling the boots on, so he is about to go out there. But a lot of people were just like, geez, he's taking his time and people are dying. Well, you got to remember there's other heroes out there too. So it's interesting. And then, yeah, you got all the lines in the suit. I don't mind the lines. The lines in the suit are fine. The texture's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know what. That doesn't look good. It doesn't look too good back there. But like the boots, like the logo, like the texture. Yeah, it's too baggy. I'm not a fan of the chonies, of course. Hopefully it looks okay. But yeah, they're definitely there. And, cape looks pretty good. There are my thoughts. Underwhelming. Definitely underwhelming. Not the greatest reveal. It's almost like, are you trolling us? And, naturally, I don't know how many messages on Instagram and Twitter. CW. That's all you hear is CW. It's like, God, can you guys get some new writers? Can people get some new writers out there? Can we? So we got some theories to these reactions. Well, let's go ahead and look at the polls. Let's pull out my poll. And then we'll show some art, too, that people have already made as well. Let's see. All right, let's pull out the Twitter poll. A lot of people voted on this one. We got 1,267 votes. 19.3% loved it. 40.3% said it's fine. And then just 0.2% more. Terrible. Dun, dun, dun. Just edge it out just a little bit for terrible. But most people are like, okay, it's fine, because when it comes to YouTube, a little bit different. Let's see. We got the YouTube one right here. 441 votes only. Love it, 23%. It's fine, 45%. Terrible, 32%. So a little bit different over on the YouTubes. And I'm sure there's like 40 comments. I'm sure it's not a bunch of people arguing. No. Not at all. Now, yeah, I mean, a lot, and when it comes to everything, when everybody's like responding to this, yeah, there's a lot of people that are just going, yeah, this is not a good suit reveal. I mean, people were they were looking at other suit reveals. I mean, Jesus, the Batman 89 suit reveal, of course, there was no online social media and stuff like that, but that was a cool when you saw that in a magazine next to the Batmobile, that looked pretty cool. I can remember when I first saw the Bale Batman Begins costume reveal, that blew our minds, because that was actually when there wasn't social media quite yet, but you could still see it online. And I remember I was actually editing something at my buddy's house. We were editing something, and then we took a break, and we looked at that. We were blown away by that. But that first Man of Steel Cavill in front of the safe, that reveal was like, oh, that was just like, look at that, an action shot too, action shot. You didn't really see much too. You just saw the cape, you saw the emblem, you saw him, and he's just like action shot. And that thing was fucking epic. And then of course, it's gonna take like a miracle for. We all remember the reveal of Batfleck. I remember being at work, freaking out, seeing that black and white shot of him standing next to the Batmobile. Oh my God, that thing, yeah. I'm getting a freaking semi just thinking about it right now. That reveal was just like, whoa. So it's an interesting choice to just like. To do it this way. Like I said, it almost feels like they're trolling us. Almost feels like they're trolling, but I can almost appreciate and respect going, okay, nobody saw this coming. And yeah, there's a lot of discourse out there. Again, there are people, of course, the people who hate it are talking about it more than the people who love it. That's what's always so funny. So there's like more people talking about it like that. Then there is like people who are like praising it and loving it. And it's almost just like, are they doing like the reverse thing? I'm all trying to sit here and go like, are they doing like a reverse thing where they just want people to hate it? So then there's like a lot of discussion, and it's just going to be trending forever because of how people just lose their minds over this shit. Fictional characters, just a costume. there was this theory out there too, that this is 2 different costumes. So there's a theory that people are putting out there as well, that the logo that we originally saw is actually maybe the real costume, or the costume we eventually see, and this is his first costume. So some people were comparing that because they're like, yeah, the emblem, could be looking a little, I don't know. Because I don't know, for some reason that emblem doesn't even look like it now. It just does look like it's on a ball. But yeah, so people were making the comparisons that there might be 2 costumes. But then again, we thought there was 2 costumes when it came to the Batman. Like there was going to be a second costume. I don't know. So there was that theory that was out there, but yeah. And then there's some people were doing, this was pretty cool, from Julian Bell. He did this one right here, kind of like, made it a little less liney, a little bit different. He's got Krypto right next to him. It's on the Ken farm. That's actually a really cool piece of art right there. I really like that. And I like how Krypto is just like looking at the camera like, what are you doing? So that was a pretty cool piece of art. There was also this one right here. Where are you at? Yep, we're not looking at that yet. Somebody made this right here, putting the standard. I can't read his name, something Hava Nix or something like that. But, they put the classic stuff right there, and, yeah, put the classic costume on, which that looks really good. It actually looks pretty damn good. I mean, I would say put the new logo on there, but, I actually like how that looks, and I'm like, dang. Because I think a lot of people thought that's what we would have ended up seeing. And they even put, like, a little bit of a smile on him, too. Do you realize that, guys? The first image of James Gunn Superman, he's not smiling. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? He's not smiling. Remember that whole thing when it came to Cavill? He doesn't smile. And then the first image we see of this new Superman, he's not smiling. Interesting, right? Oh, the comparisons. But that wasn't it, folks. No. We didn't just get the costume. No. We got muscles. And even though the costume, yes, is a little baggy and a little thick, yeah, there's muscles underneath that. Some pretty big fucking muscles from Mr. Corenswet right here. Jesus Christ, look at them bulging biceps. Hello. What juice are you on there, sir? Somebody made a call to Dwayne Johnson. Or Chris Hemsworth. Probably Chris Hemsworth. But yeah, there's a Corenswet right there. They revealed that. Showing off the guns, showing off the shoulders, showing off the traps. And yeah, he for sure is taking stuff. There's no way that you gain that much muscle and looking that much. I mean, it's been like, what, 4 or 5 months? Yeah, there's no way that you're not taking something. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I said it previously, they all do it. They all do it. You get in superhero shape in a short amount of time, yeah, you're going to be taking some stuff. Now, I'm not saying steroids, like a shot of steroids right in your butt. No, you're just taking some growth hormone. You're taking some TRT. You're doing stuff like that. You're taking a version of the roids. They're all doing it. Hugh Jackman did it for fucking Wolverine. There's no way that he didn't use some sauce when it came to that as well. They all freaking do it. Hell, they all do it. Even Cavill, even Affleck, they've all tinkered with some of that stuff too. And just because you like them more doesn't mean that, yeah, they all do it. They all freaking do it. But so that was revealed too. And that's pretty much it when it comes today and the madness that was today. The madness. And then, of course, if you look at my thumbnail when I had like all the different costume reviews, I still remember the Brandon Ruth costume. I'm the Brandon Ruth costume is interesting because I remember when it first came out, when the costume reveal of Ralph Ruth came out, I actually dug it. I actually liked that it was like a maroon instead of a red, and I actually dug it. I mean, now I just go, yeah, I do like the logo sticking out 3D. I don't like the belt having another S on it. They put up so many S's on that costume. It was ridiculous. But I remember at the time I thought, it looks fine. And then, of course, you have, Mr. Icon over here, the first costume, Mr. Christopher Reeve right there. But nothing's gonna beat that. Well, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not gonna be one of those that say nothing's gonna beat. No, but I think the reveal of the Man of Steel costume, when it comes to Superman costume reveals, has been the best. I mean, some people are throwing out the Tyler Hoechlin ones, and I'm like, yeah, the Tyler Hoechlin costumes were fine. They kind of kept changing it a little bit, and I don't know, like the one that they are on now, I don't really like how the emblem looks. I mean, it kind of looks cool. I thought it looked cool at first, but then after seeing it a couple times, I'm like, And then I remember, like, his costume was, like, weird. I don't know. And then the S was, like, really small at one point. I don't know. His costumes have been not the greatest. Not the greatest, but how we doing? How we doing out there? I will say that the Henry Cavill suit reveal is cooler. Loved revealing the fighting in the bank. Only thing bad about the Ruth suit was the bikini bottoms. Yeah, don't like that. Also, Cavill's birthday was yesterday. No. His birthday was yesterday. What are you, 5? How do you navigate the real world? People are allowed to have different opinions. Uh-oh. Are we losing it here? Come on, guys. It's all in good fun. It's a fucking costume. It's a costume with a cape and an S on it. Yes, it's not that great, but let's not lose our minds over it, all right? Oops, see some retracted stuff. Even if DC got sold, they're sitting on the IP for a number of years. The DCU fails. This is nothing, folks. His super balls have shrunk. Dave is a super. I'm a super shill. Hell yeah. I like me some Superman. Cavill would snap Corenswet like a twig. What? Cavill would snap Corenswet like a kid? Well, Corenswet's 6'4" and Cavill's like 6'1", so there is a height difference. I know somebody in my mentions, again, I don't know, I'm going to have dudes in my mentions commenting on other dudes' physiques that probably don't even go to the gym themselves. But yeah, somebody was like, so when I posted that, I was like, we also got a body reveal, and someone was like, Cavill's better. I'm like, okay, and like, okay. And so he put a shirtless Cavill, and I'm like, okay, so we just gonna start arguing about men's nipples now? Is that what we're gonna be doing in my mentions? We're just gonna be talking about nipples, men's nipples? Oh yeah, his delts, man, fucking delts, dude. It was Jesus Christ. Like, okay, I'm just when I saw Corenswet, I was like, there you go, that's a Superman body. I'm not gonna sit there and go like, which one's better? Take my pants off and be, Cavill's better. I'm like, It's like, relax. Jesus. It's not all that serious. Didn't help the stock price. The stock price still going down. Respect to Pattinson for not taking roids. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, Pattinson just kind of had just like a natural lean look. I don't know if he could have been taking some peptides or whatever the hell. He could have still taken something, but what's going on, casual fan? People hated. Let's see. Kenneth, how's it going? I love a new Superman suit, and David's a mix of the old and the new, and it's like a bit like Tyler's Superman suit as far as the texture. Yeah. Ultimately, the quality of the suit doesn't mean anything. Well, yeah, that's the thing to do too. Is the fact that, one of the things that, the reveal. This was kind of like this kind of fell flat for a lot of people. There's still plenty of people that are very much excited. I think DCU updates ran a poll too, and a majority of people like the suit. So it's like, okay, cool, fine. I think I'm a little underwhelmed, but I don't hate it. That's my thing. I'm underwhelmed with it. There's things I don't like about it. And it's just interesting, and I don't know, the choices, or they're just scratching my head of like, why is this the image that you choose first? And I get it, it's different and unique, but sometimes if you're gonna like try to be so different and unique, and I understand that because we've had so many costume reveals in the past like 15 years that you want to be different and unique, that you might step over a line where it's just, that didn't work. And it kind of went bum bum ba-dum, ba. I don't know. So yeah, so anyways, if David is more lean Superman, I would not have a problem. Tyler is, Tyler got really lean. I remember seeing like his shirt. And then, of course, everybody does that thing too where they go like, they're like, yeah, he got all bulked up and he's just going to be wearing that costume. I'm like, how many times we have to... He's going to get his shirt off, scene. You don't get in superhero shape and not have your day where you dehydrate your body, like, and then you're all ripped up. You do some push-ups, you lift some dumbbells, and you get your shirt off, scene. You always get the shirt off, scene. It's never going to be a waste. It's like when people thought, oh, geez, Hugh Jackman, he got all jacked again, and they covered his arms in the costume. And then look what happened in the new trailer. No sleeves. And you see his jacked arms. I'm like, I love it when people say that. It's like, nah, Corenswet's going to have a shirtless scene. He's going to have a shirtless scene, for sure. And, of course, he still has to look big. He's still got to look super. I mean, even though the material's thick, you know, it's not like Shazam Part 1, the first Shazam thick. I mean, that costume was fucking thick. That thing has some padding. I'm glad they actually, when it came to the second Shazam suit, I'm glad they actually relaxed on the padding with that one. But yeah, the first one was a little too Michelin Man. There's no way that's not AI. I don't think that's AI. Why would they use AI when they have like all the other stuff at their disposal? I don't think it's AI. I don't think they would use AI. I just think like they just it was a terrible choice for a background. People just need to understand that when putting on muscle, the taller you are, the harder it is to fill out and get wide. Are there exceptions? Yes, but certainly not common. Yeah. Well, let's see. The suit makes the Batman suit from Gotham finale look like cinema. Are you serious? You actually think the Gotham suit is better? Okay, that's just hyperbole shit right there. Come on. That thing was terrible. I would not go that far. That's way too far. Jesus Christ. See, sometimes I don't know if I can even take some of you guys seriously. Because no matter what, you guys were going to hate it. It could have been completely like that one cover, and you guys still would have hated it. Let's see. What else we got? That's pretty much just seeing what you guys are saying. Dave, the Shazam shoot was thick. Yeah, thick with a C. See, damn, that looks bad when you have to question if you're looking at... Yeah. Anyways, just have fun with it. It's whatever. Well, I'm wondering when we're actually gonna. And see, I think like what some people are also theorizing as well is the fact that they're probably going to be doing some public. They're probably going to be shooting out in public, so we're probably going to see it out and about. So they're like, hey, let's get an image out there, and then we're going to see it out and about. Then it's going to be interesting to see the other suits as well. I don't know. We're going to probably see, Guy Gardner. We're going to see, of course, Hawk Girl and Metamorpho. So that's going to be it. What's going on, Maine Dano? Good to see you. Dave, you awesome dude. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to the madness that is the Super Chat. Enjoy. Enjoy yourself. But anyways. All right. Let's move on to Chris Pine. Chris Pine is scratching his head about why they're not doing a Wonder Woman 3. And I think we can all kind of answer that question for him, maybe? Huh? Think we can give him an answer of why they're not moving forward with the Wonder Woman 3? Because 84 didn't quite work. Didn't quite work. I mean, there was a lot against it, of course. I remember when it came out. Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible movie. It could be enjoyable. I mean, thank you for Pedro Pascal. Really, like Pedro Pascal, I think as Max Lord was the shining star of that one, and there were some moments in there cool, but yeah, the whole cheetah thing really just, I don't know. A lot of things didn't work. But yes, there was a new interview with him because I know he's promoting his new movie, Pull Man. But so we have this interview right here, this article from Variety. Oh, come on, you. It's not working, this damn thing. There we go. Chris Pine is stunned by Wonder Woman 3 getting axed. Not that he would have returned. It would be ridiculous to try to bring me back. Yeah, it was actually kind of ridiculous how they brought you back in the second one. Am I right? Remember when people were like, she basically molested, she assaulted a dude. Because remember, she's the only one that was seeing Chris Pine. Other than that, she was banging some other dude. So here's his quote right here. I'm stunned that they said no to a billion-dollar franchise and decided to pivot elsewhere. I don't know what the reasoning was behind that. It's above my pay grade, but Wonder Woman is an incredible character. Patty is such a thoughtful director. Okay. And then, yeah, that's pretty much, and Pine, of course, yeah, that was pretty much it. So he was just baffled. Something tells me he's not keeping up with current news, which I don't blame him. He probably doesn't give a shit about superhero movies anymore. He knew that he wasn't going to be coming back because that's what we were all kind of worried about. Like, please don't bring back Steve Trevor yet again, especially with the last time being just a little bit weird of how they pulled that off. It seemed like it was going to work. It seemed very 80s. It was very 80s, to be honest. It was very 80s how they brought him back. But then you start kind of thinking like, wow, so this dude who had no idea that somebody else took over his body, he was banging Wonder Woman. He was probably waking up going, geez, I feel kind of relieved. I feel like I had a lot of sex. I feel kind of good. Yeah, must have been pretty, I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm also kind of sore. Jeez. I feel like my wrists were like tied up with like some kind of lasso maybe. I don't know. It's just kind of funny, but it's all right, Chris Pine. Yeah, 84 just didn't quite work. Just didn't quite work. Box office. All right, so we had the box office. Box office over the weekend. We had The Fall Guy come out. We had the re-release, of course, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. We also had that horror movie Tarot, about the tarot cards or whatever the hell. Nobody really talked about that at all. Everybody was talking about The Fall Guy and hoping that The Fall Guy was actually going to start off the blockbuster season, the summer blockbuster season with a bang, and sadly, it did not. $27.7 million domestic. It had a $135 million budget. Overall, worldwide, $64.5 million. That sucks, because even Ryan Gosling said they already have like a script ready for The Fall Guy 2, and you guys saw my reaction, you saw my review. I really enjoyed the film, but now it seems that it's just not going to happen. Probably won't unless it just finds something. But look at The Phantom Menace right here. Made 8.7. 8.7. Came in second. 8.7 million. So people, they wanted to see some Phantom Menacing. And worldwide, it made 15.1 in this re-release. The force is strong, somewhat. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, again, and then it's just going to be that whole thing where people complain that the studios are going to rely heavily on sequels of franchises, Marvel, Disney. They're going to be still just trying to inject all the money into that when you had something over here that was hopefully going to, even though it's kind of, there was a movie called The Fall Guy that came out before with Lee Majors that I forgot completely about. So I guess you could say technically it's kind of, but it's not the same story at all. But yeah, it just kind of sucks when it's like, okay, this is a blockbuster movie. It's starting off the season and then people are just like, it just kind of comes to show you. I thought maybe what I thought would help the movie was the fact that you have two actors that were part of Barbenheimer last year, and they were maybe going to lean into that with the marketing, and they kind of did and kind of didn't. I don't know. It seemed like the marketing was going fairly well, somewhat, but then, just didn't really pull the audience. But hey, we'll see what the second week drop is. Maybe there'll be something. Who knows? But we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming out this weekend. And I think If comes out next weekend. So we're just going to be getting these big movies back to back to back to back to back. And speaking of blockbuster, 2023, what was the most profitable movie of 2023? Now, I already talked about how Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was one of the most profitable movies of last year with $124 million net profit, which that was revealed, and that just came out, and it was kind of interesting because it was like, okay, where's this information? What's the rest? I mean, we were all assuming that Barbie was probably the top one of last year, of how much movie money it made. And then, of course, Oppenheimer was going to be up there too, but Deadline, of course, released more, and it's not Barbie. No, let's go for a mustache ride. That's right, it's a Mario. That's what number one was. Barbie was number two. But yes, Super Mario Brothers levels all the way up to win deadlines. Well, at least that's what they're saying. Most valuable when they did their thing right there. And basically just kind of like taking it all in. And even Spider-Verse is up there too when it comes to blockbusters. So basically when it comes to profitable movies of last year, you have Mario Brothers, you have Barbie, and you have Spider-Verse. So even though it was a rough year, even though it was a rough year for superhero genre last year, you still had Across the Spider-Verse and Guardians like basically in the top 10 and at least pulling in some money and making a good net profit. But Super Mario voted and, well, pulling everything together was the most valuable movie when it came to last year. And it's kind of funny because when Mario came out, everybody went to see it and blew everything out of the water. And then all of a sudden, it's just the next wave, which is Barbenheimer. And there was so much talking about that. It was like, oh yeah, Super Mario Brothers came out last year. That's right. And I mean, sequels are coming and extended universes and everything, right? So there you go. That's all. That's good. Yeah, it was one of I really enjoyed Super Mario. I only watched it once. It turned out to be very great. Oh, we're not comparing Superman to Rebel Moon. Jesus Christ, guys. Jeez. Man, that's bad. Don't do that. Come on. I thought we were Snyder fans here. I'm saying that the strikes are the reason the summer movie. Yeah, okay. Well, is Russ saying something bad? Jose, is LeBron with movie tickets? It's good that some people actually have a sense of humor in the chat. Mario apparently made over $550 million pure net profit. There you go. Yeah, I didn't want to like bore with all the numbers and search for it all. I was like, yeah. But yeah, it was way up there, like because they break it down. I should have looked at. There was like actually a chart. Sorry about that. But yeah, $550 million net profit. That's pretty damn good. Let's see what else we got. Only one thing that will do well is DP3. It's going to end up being the highest grossing, probably. I mean, it probably will. Like I said, I think this summer is going to be rough at the box office outside of Inside Out 2 and Deadpool 3. Inside Out 2, it's going to be interesting. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because it seemed like we started off kind of well. Like Dune did pretty well. And Godzilla and Kong did fair. I mean, they did better than I thought they were actually going to do. So, I don't know. We'll see. I was just really rooting for the Fall Guy because it was like a fresh start of a franchise that could go somewhere. But don't look like that's going to happen. How dare you? Let's not bring Rebel Moon into this. Jeez. Let's wait till, we could, like I said before, you could put the PG-13 cuts behind you now, and now we could just look forward to these R-rated graphic nudity, gore, violence, F-bombs. We look forward to that. We could put that behind us. Let's just put it behind us. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead and go to some Twitter questions. Meow, 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 meow. All right, let's see. Why is this thing acting so laggy right now? Am I acting laggy? No, I'm not acting laggy. I don't know. Too much craziness in the chat. That's what's happening. Too much craziness in the chat. All right, hold on. All right. Refresh. Come on. All right. So we got Lane, of course, right here. My reaction to WBD and James Gunn for this cheap reveal. That would have been your reaction anyways, dude. Come on. Not like it would not have been your reaction anyways. Eric Blake, hey Dave, my basic thoughts on the suit design. I appreciate Gunn going in a very different direction from the traditional show-off, the Superman build style. Instead, the suit actually comes off as blue collar. I mean, literally, worker's uniform, like a maintenance man. It gives the, was there more of that? Okay, yeah. It gives the idea of being Superman is Clark's job more than the crusade of a knight in shining armor. I appreciate the concept. Superman the worker, bringing new meaning to a job for Superman. That does, what does that mean for Clark? He certainly looks kind of tired in the portrait. Yeah, he does look like he's been through some shit, which is another interesting way to do that. Do you think there's an S on the chest? Or not on the chest, the cape? I wouldn't be surprised. I think there is going to be an S on the cape. I have a feeling there's going to be an S on the cape. Adrian Woodbanks, that Superman reveal was quite the show. Not going to lie, I'm a really big fan of how the suit looks here. I know, it's kind of like, I mean, there is going to be Kingdom Come vibes. We got to remember that. That's not a fully happy story. So there's got to be some vibes when it comes to Kingdom Come. So maybe that's what Gunn was trying to go for too, was something like this. I know Alex Ross was tweeting and posting with his images. So it's going to have some of that, a little bit of that right there. Devon Wooter, hey Dave, I just watched Ex Machina. Yep, love that movie. God damn, that movie is so good. That ending shocked me. Do you have a favorite scene from the movie? Anytime Alicia Vikander is butt naked. Anyway, no, I think the ending's the best part. The way that ends is just pretty crazy. Cooper Knox, I think the suit is good, but my biggest complaint about the suit is that the blue needs to be more brighter. What? People are complaining it's not bright enough. What the hell? This is weird. I'm having deja vu, guys. He's not smiling. The suit's not bright enough. Deja freaking vu right here. Jaman Watson. These days, I want to watch entertainment without this back and forth between Snyder and Gunn fandom war. They take things way too serious about a functional character. I think he meant fictional. It is just a costume. True that. Yeah, some people are like, well, Snyder said it right. He said it right in that Joe Rogan interview. It's a religion to people, you know? And it's like, how dare you touch my religion, you know? Now somebody else has the religion, so now different people are like, So it's religion to people. Naven, we all love to nitpick the costumes, but in the end, the movie itself will be mostly headshots with barely a peek of the crest if we're lucky. I doubt that. I actually doubt that. I think there's going to be plenty of the costume. They said it was nice of Tyler Hoechlin to loan him his old suit. Darkness Under the Wind. Dave, question number 1. How would you feel if after Superman he gets an upgraded suit different from what he's going to wear in the film and that one is the main suit? Well, I mean, if he doesn't get a new suit now and if there is going to be another one, the suit will be upgraded. I mean, every suit gets changed. I mean, Cavill's suit from Man of Steel to BVS changed. It got a little shinier and they tweaked it a little bit, but this suit got Captain America's MCU style vibe. Yeah, it's got that little bit of like how Cap's suit is. You know, instead of the spandex, more of the looser, like, more of like a utility type suit. It's just like, it just kind of it threw me off. You know, but it did give me like Star-Lord vibes too from like Guardians 3. Boomish. I don't hate the suit, but I don't love it either. I was a bit disappointed to be honest, but a mere suit reveal doesn't affect my excitement I have for this movie. I still have high hopes. Which suit reveal, according to you, was the best? I think Batfleck's reveal was the best. If we're talking Superman, Cavill's, of course. Mr. Nobody, I like, let's see. Whoa. Okay. Hey, let's see. Mr. Nobody, hey, Dave, I like the new Superman suit, even if the still image is very different from Cavill's. The neck collar looks higher. The colors are brighter. Doesn't look alien. I didn't see any paddings. Oh, yeah, but it's thick material. And but I think the red underwears are back. Yes, definitely is. Overall, you like it. All right, Manuel. I feel like they are kind of trying to hide the trunks in the picture. It is not. Yeah, they kind of are. AI generated? Nah, I highly doubt that. That'd be kind of ridiculous if their first reveal was also AI generated. It's Brainiac generated. Is that what's going on behind him? Is that some Brainiac shit? I don't know. I still am like, what is going on back there? There's a lot of questions, which I guess that's a good thing because it's getting people are still talking about it. I don't know. People are still talking about it. Everybody's just still, they're gonna be talking about it for like the rest of the week. So he's not satisfying anyone. He wanted to get away from series, but went with Snyder tone costume instead of Bryan Singer, Brandon Routh's costume. Should have went old school. Yeah. Well, people were teasing it, saying that he was going to not do a traditional type of suit. There was already somebody that was already saying that he wasn't going to do a traditional suit. So I'll say it again. BVS Superman suit is goated. Yeah, I think that's my favorite one. I know a lot of people are like Man of Steel, but there's just something about that extra, the chrome that they put in that suit, because they also used it for Justice League. I don't think they really did any tweaking for Justice League, except for, making it the black and silver suit, which, to be honest, if I had to really pick my favorite Superman suit, I don't know, something about that black and silver suit that, I really like. But if we're talking about the BVS suit, yeah, just like the BVS Batman suit, this is the GOAT as well. They've seen nothing yet. Wait till the trailer drops. The trashing will be another level. I don't know. I'm just a fan. I mean, I get like you're just having fun right now. I don't know. Talk about things you like. There's no AI in this image. That's hilarious. People are I know. Well, that's the thing. That's where we're at nowadays. Everybody is like going, is that AI? Is there AI? AI. Everybody's just thinking everything is AI now. Not remembering that sometimes there's just bad Photoshop. There's just bad Photoshop that just happens. That's the thing. It's like not everything is AI, and I'm willing to 100 guarantee you that there's no AI in that image. But I think everybody just goes to that now because that's such a topic of conversation when it comes to art. Gunn Superman isn't going to fly in the traditional manner. Instead, he will put his legs behind his head and fart. I like that. That'd be pretty sweet. I feel like it looks more baggy as he sits. Yeah, when he stands, it's not going to look baggy. I'm sure it's going to form fit as he does it. That's what's also interesting, and I scratch my head and wonder why, again, do you have him sitting hunched over where you see the creases? Again, it's almost like they're trolling. It's like, what are you guys doing here? You're going to do a tradition. You're going to show it because, well, and I mean, and I can respect it because, like I said, usually it's like there's a pose. There's a pose that you get at first. You see the full costume and a pose. And he's going this route where it's like, it doesn't look that great. And maybe it looks, I don't know. It's weird. It would be hilarious if like, yeah, we were just kidding with that. This is what we got right here. Who knows? I don't know. It would be pretty funny if that was the case. What villains would you like to see in the movie, though? I want to see Parasite. That's the number one. I want to see Brainiac, too, but I'd like to see Parasite. I'm all for, of course, having Lex. You have to have Lex. But I want to finally see, on the big screen, a Brainiac. But I would like to see, a little bit smaller character, villain, which is I'd rather see, I want to see, like, Parasite. That's why I was like, whoa, there's purple in whatever the fuck is happening behind him. I'm like, hey, is that going to indicate that there's some kind of, there's Parasite that's happening? I don't know. I think he will. Corenswet will, I think he'll pull it off. And I think he's going to be a great Superman. I mean, that's one of the things that I've noticed. Is the dude has charisma. He's got charm and everything. So I think there'll be no issues when it comes to that. But yeah, the costume is going to take a little bit to get used to. But anyways, guys, go ahead and wrap this up. Oh, yeah, Metallo would be pretty sweet too. Bizarro, yeah. But I'd rather have Parasite because, Anyways, guys, hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hey, the Patreon's right there too. There was one thing I did I didn't talk about today, I'll talk about on Wednesday's show. When it comes to, another poll I put out there over the weekend. There's too much madness talking about the costume to talk about that, but I'll talk about that on Wednesday's show a little bit. But yes, make sure you guys do that. And like I said, I'm trying to push the Patreon as much as possible, putting all the videos on there before I put them on YouTube. And then, of course, putting other stuff, like I posted other things today, too, so if you want to do that. And again, thank you to, a fellow patron, executive producer Jason McKenzie, for helping support the show. So, appreciate it, guys. Oh, hey, there's Rhea. Good to see you, Rhea. All right, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Love ya. Talk to you later.